Except you see signs and wonders, you will not believe. Scientists create world's blackest black, super dark carbon nanotubes could be used in solar cells and sensors. Chicago researchers say they have made the darkest material on Earth, a substance so black it absorbs more than 99.9% of light. Made from tiny tubes of carbon standing on end, this material is almost 30 times darker than a carbon substance used by the National Institute of Standards and Technology as the current benchmark of blackness. And the material is close to the long sought ideal black, which could absorb all colors, well, almost all colors of light, and reflect hardly any. All the light that goes in is basically, yes, basically absorbed. Well, not quite all of it. The lead researcher who led the research team at Rice University in Houston said Tuesday, "It is almost pushing the limit of how much light can be absorbed into one material. The substance has a total reflective index of 0.045%. Yes, that's about the right number, which is more than 3 times darker than the nickel-phosphorus alloy that now holds the record as the world's darkest material. Basic black paint, by comparison, has a reflective index of 5% to 10%. So we're talking about something here that's really, really black. But it doesn't absorb all the light. No, 0.045% is always going to get through. Anyway, the researchers are seeking a world's darkest material designation by Guinness World Records, but the work will likely yield more than just bragging rights. The lead researcher said the material could be used in solar energy conversion. You could think of a material that basically collects all the light that falls into it, he said, or at least most of it, but not quite all, no. Anyway, it could also be used in infrared detection or astronomical observation. The researcher, who worked with a team in Troy, New York, said the material gets its blackness from 3 things. It is composed of carbon nanotubes, very tiny tubes of tightly rolled carbon that are 400 times smaller than the diameter of a strand of hair. The carbon helps absorb some of the light. These tubes are standing on end, much like a patch of grass. This arrangement traps light in the tiny gaps between the blades. The researchers have also made the surface of this carbon nanotube carpet irregular and rough to cut down on reflectivity. Such a nanotube array not only reflects light weakly, but also absorbs light strongly, said Sean Yulin, a professor of physics who helped make the substance. The researchers have tested the material on visible light only. Now they want to see how it fares against infrared and ultraviolet light and other wavelengths such as radiation used in communication systems. If you could possibly, theoretically, make materials that would block these radiations, it could have serious applications for stealth and defense. The work was released online last week and will be published in an upcoming issue of the journal Nano Letters. Yes, this is very interesting. Nonetheless, 0.045% of the light, yes, it will get through. Something so black that it absorbs more than 99.9% of light, but there's always going to be, yes, some light will always get through. And I am just a messenger, and like a mirror, a reflector. And these be last signs, or last days, and signs of the last days, end times.